see if I can share. Everybody can see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let me see if I, but I can see it in my screen. So let me see if I can. So, okay. Okay, now. So the topic today that I'm going to speak about is accounting and business logistic behind the stock market game. So again, my name is Professor Mayra Mojica Butler from Business Department from Hostos Community College. Okay. So learning has evolved along with technology, becoming a fundamental tool in the teaching learning process for both teacher and university students. There are valuable reasons that prove how useful is the incorporation of technology in accounting courses. First, it should be noted that all accounting professors must deal with the great task of getting a student excited by matter. First, we must create favorable conditions and educational tools that allow students to understand the importance of accounting, not only for academic and professional, but also personal reasons. To achieve this, we must integrate the study of accounting reality of students outside the classroom, both personal, professional, social, and global levels. We cannot ignore that we live in the world of technology. In addition, that the new modality that we live, we must look for alternative in teaching that allow students to connect the class with the real world. So for this reason, in my classes, so especially in the, for example, in my accounting 102, in my course of ACC 102 or introduction accounting 2. So I use during the semester this platform, this tool, the stock market game, to help to the students to the process in the process of learning to get the concepts about stocks, corporations, and how works now in the real world. So the Sigma Foundation Stock Market Game is a program that provides the student with a unique opportunity to practice and learn how the economy, stock markets, and their portfolio working in the real world. This program provides students ideas for making the transition from a regular textbook accounting calculation to business applications in the real world. It is an opportunity as well for students to apply what they have learned in the classroom to the essential life skills of financial literacy of investing and savings. It's a great tool, not for the students apply the concepts learned during the semester using a game. What is the stock market game? It's an online simulation. It's a virtual game of the global capital markets that engages students in the world of economics, investing, and personal finance. It is a virtual technology that lets you make trades and track the results, all without risking a penny, are close at your keyboard or cell phone. The objective of a game, of the stock market game, or the main objective of the game is to help us teach how the stock market works using virtual money and real stock market statistics. This means that there are usually several teams as well, and the students or players are divided into teams. The students apply analyzing financial information. They have to work with budget because the game provides a virtual money, $100,000 virtual money in the game to start the investment, and they have to take good decision about the investment. And then at the end of the semester, the students have to submit a report about the portfolio. They have to create a portfolio with at least 3 companies. But before create the portfolio in the game, they have to use the tool of Yahoo Finance to analyze financial informations, statistics, the stocks of the businesses of each company, to analyze in what company they want to invest the money. Okay, it's very interesting for the students. The students enjoy a lot the game. How does the stock market game work? The class is divided in teams of 2 or 3 students, but they can work the game individually, okay? They receive a username and password to log in the game. That I have to request an advisor at the beginning of the semester to Sigma Foundation. To each team is assigned a certain amount of money in the stock market game. The virtual amount is $100,000. They have not that total amount to start the investment. But before go to the game, no, to start the investment, they must select at least 3 companies to begin the investment. But before select the 3 companies, they have to use Yahoo Finance to analyze the financial information of specific companies. For example, I gave to the students some name of the companies, and they go to Yahoo Finance to analyze the financial information, the stocks, the financial information, annually financial information, quarterly financial information. They use the $100,000 to invest and make their purchases and decide how much to spend and on which stocks during the semester. The step in investments, so they have to follow some steps before start the game. So the first step that students have to do is the introductory information, okay? To my students, before introduce the game, I have to explain to the students what is a corporation, because that is one of the chapter of the course, ACC 102. So students will learn in that chapter what is that stock and how works not that market, and be able to look up basic stock market information in the game too, because the game provide additional information and definition of the concepts for the students be familiar with the game. The step number 2, after I introduce the information of the chapter to the students, so I'm going to introduce the simulations. The the simulation may either be done in groups or individually, not necessary, so they have to work in groups. For example, in the last semesters, so I divide my courses in groups, but for this semester, they work the game, the project individually. Why? Because they request that they prefer works the game individually for some issues, for some reasons. So the other thing, they are working online, the classes. So for this reason, this semester, they are working the project individually. Step number 3, they have to choose in the companies to invest in. So they have to go to Yahoo Finance, because in Yahoo Finance, that is a tool that I use in my classes. They have all the information about the companies. Step number 4, so they have to start the investment, purchasing stocks. After analyzing the companies that they want to invest, they have to start the game purchasing stocks. And step number 5, after start the game, the student have to monitor in the portfolio. That portfolio have at least 3 companies. That is the number of companies that I say to the students use for the project. So they have to create a portfolio in the game with that 3 companies, and they have to monitor the portfolio of the 3 companies weekly to see what is the process or to check the process of the investments. The next is the significance of investment in the process of teaching and learning for specifically for the ACC 102 class for accounting 2, because this is one of the concepts that I have to cover in the class during the semester. And in terms of teaching, the game, this tool is an excellent way to teach students about diversification, about budget, analyze financial information, and the role of brokers and financial planners. In terms of learnings, the program transports students into real world, investing while learning academic concepts that relate to their entry core curriculum. Students work in teams, practicing leaderships, organization, negotiation, and cooperation when the project is in teams. In terms of time, students work into the entry process through 15 weeks of active involvement during the semester. So that is the time of a stock market game for a semester. What is accounting and business logistic in the game? So for example, I use this tool, the stock market game, specifically for that course, ACC 101, 102, because the topics covered in the course are about corporations and the form of business investment. And that is a great tool, this game, for the students now put in practice the concepts learned in the class and connect the class with the real world, okay, with the outside world. That is very, very important. The stock market game enables to the students to buy and sell stocks and make trades in the game. Students create a portfolio with the companies where they will invest and must monitor the progress of their investment during the semester every week to see the progress if they have to change the investment to another company because that investment is having losses. So that is the purpose of the every week. No, the students have to see the progress of the investment. In the game, they apply the concepts learned in the accounting course ACC, for example, ACC 102 through investment. So that is very, very important for me because it's a great tool because the students is working, you know, in the real world with the stocks, selling and buying stocks. The students are analyzing the financial information. They have to work with the budget. Why they have to work with the budget? Because the game only gives to the students $100,000. That is the virtual money, and they have to use that money in the game for the investment. Okay, they have to analyze how they go to use that money in the three companies to invest the money, in different ways. Okay, and the number of stocks that they have to buy. They have to pay broker's fee when they go to buy stocks. So that is the the purpose now of the game. Another thing is the other purpose is the students learn and enjoy new educational alternative while studying these courses. The goal at the end of the semester is to walk away as a team with the most money at the end and to at least leave the game with the same amount, $100,000 that you started with, okay, or with more. This is a great game that helps simulate the real world stock market because of the fact that real figures are used and data used to make decisions in the stock market game in the same research that is used to make decisions by real investors all around the world. Because the information that the students now have in the stock market game, uh, that information is connected no, with the stock market, and the system of the stock market game update the information every second because it is connected to the stock market. Another tool that students should use is Yahoo Finance, okay, to analyze financial statements and change in a stock to make investment decisions. That part is very important in the game. Okay, let's see if I can go back to okay, so how the students, what is the process of the data collection during the semester, no, to prepare the final project for the class using this tool, the stock market game? So they have to collect the information, the data collection, analyzing and making investment decisions during the semester. This is an example of one of the projects that students no, submitted the last semester. This is a log of the investment over the last 8 weeks of the stock market game, SMG. That is the abbreviation for the stock market game. So you can see here in this chart under ticker column, the three companies of that specific group, because this was a group, invest the money. The ticker is the symbol no, of the company. For example, the first one is NFLX. That one is for Netflix. Okay, that is the number of shares of the students not bought in that company, 10. The confirmation of a transaction and the price. The second one is AMCN, that is for Amazon. So the students invest money in Amazon, that is the number of shares. That is the confirmation, the date, and the description of the price. And DIS, that is the Walt Disney World Company, okay? And that is the number of shares of the students now bought in that company, okay? So now I'm going to move to the next one. So this is another example of the chart that students now have to report in the final project. So list of the ranking over the last week of the stock market game. So in that case, the stock market game provide information about region rankings. The region rankings is about United States, around United States. Uh, in this case, if you see this group, the total equity at the end of the semester is more than $100,000. If you see, is 107,650.56. This group did a great job and great decisions during the semester in their investment because they finished the project, they finished the game at the end of the semester with 107,650.56. And in that case, the region rankings in that case is a number one. The game also provide the coordinator rankings. Who is the coordinators, the professors, no, the advisor that is working with the students for that semester, okay? So in that case, the coordinator ranking for this group is number 74 out of, I don't remember exactly what, out of 100, but in that case, the position of the coordinator rankings for that semester for that specific group is number 74. Okay, and Hostos Community College, they provide the organization of the college and the advisor or participant, that is the name of the professor. That is other information that provide the game that they have to analyze for the accounting course. So accounting holdings from the stock market game. So they have to analyze this. That is the cash account, and that is the stocks. The ticker is the three companies where the students now invest the money. The net cost per share, the current value of that investment, unrealized gain or losses, and the option. So they have to analyze all of this information, not for the class, because in the class for this specific course, they have to learn the corporations, how work the corporation, the stocks, how the corporations know and the companies analyze the financial information. That is other information, all the other charts that provide the gain. So the total equity for this group, for example, was 107,650.56. That group finished with gain. What is the gain? The gain is the difference between the virtual money that the game no give to the group of the students at the beginning of the semester, $100,000 minus the total equity at the end of the semester. That difference in that case is a gain because the group finished with more than $100,000, and this is the percent return that is positive. When the percent return is negative, so that percentage no is in red. Okay, now I'm going to share them. This everybody can see in the screen the website of the stock market game.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the website of the stock market game. So after you receive the password as an advisor of a group and the username, you can log in the website. So you have all the information of your groups. In that case, the portfolio of the students. Let me see if I can see them. Okay. Give me 1 minute because I have to see the stock market thing. I don't know why it's not working. I am trying of sharing the. You can see the screen. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So after you log in with the password and the username that the No Sigma Foundation uh, send you, so you have to see all the information of your group. So you have to go to the team, view team portfolio. You have here the information of the students. This semester, for example, the project of the students is individually. So for this reason, I have a lot of passwords and usernames. Um, I'm gonna take this one, okay, for example. Let me see if I can. Luz, you can see the information?
Yes.
Okay. So now after you click no in a specific username and password for a specific student, so you can see the information of that specific students. So in that case, this information is updated every day because it's connected with the stock market. So if you see here, they can see the team rankings, what is the position of that specific students by region, by coordinator, and by state around the United States. Let me scroll down this. So the ticker, so you can see this information change every second. Okay, for example, if you go click here, AAPL is the Apple company, and that is the information of the stocks for that specific company. If you see that information change every second because it's updated every second because it is connected with the stock market.
We
Okay,
have 5 more minutes.
okay. So then when the student, if the students want to see the portfolio of the three companies, have to go here, okay? And they have all the information, the transaction history, the account holdings, the account summarized analyzer. When he wants to buy stocks, they have to go to the trade, enter a trade. They have to select, for example, in what way they want to invest, I'm sorry, the money. If in a stock, they have to click a stock trade, and they have to work with the ticker symbol. Okay, ticker symbol. You can enter the name of a company. For example, Amazon, search by company name. If you want to search by company name, so you have to enter the name of the company. If you want to search by ticker symbol, so we have to use this. Okay. And they provide all the information. Sometimes a specific company have a minimum amount of the number of shares of the students can invest. For example, Amazon, the students have to buy a minimum of 10 shares to start the investment, okay? And when they go to do the transaction, they have to click in the, for example, limited price, market, limited number of shares, 10, limited price, let me use, I don't know, $500. So it's close. Yes. So when the students now enter the information of the company, they have to click no to make the transactions, and the system requests the, for example, the information of the password and username to for confirm the transactions. Okay. Okay, let me go back to the easier. Let me scroll down this. The results at the end of the semester. Okay. Engage students and improve academic performance, financial knowledge, and saving and investing habits. The implementation of technology in the teaching and learning process in the classroom encourage the exploration, interpretation, and creative combination of information in the educational environment. The results favorable demonstrate that the students feel more confident in the accounting course, achieving a greater understanding and capture through teaching, learning, and above all, the game increased their financial knowledge with a greater awareness of the need to prepare a saving budget, personal and family, in order to enjoy a satisfying financial life. The conclusions, we conclude by reiterating that technology is an essential instrument in education since it facilitates teaching learning in the academic environment and positively influence the academic, professional, and personal life of students. This interaction with educational games becomes an essential piece in the teaching learning process of accounting and business courses. There are countless advantages to incorporating it in the academic area for both the teacher and the students because it benefits them with the new teaching strategies. From there, the door of the classroom will open to new educational possibilities. That is the
1 minute.
conclusion, no? Of a stock market game, no? When we apply or when we use these tools in the classes. So thank you so much. So that is the last part of the presentation.
Thank you, Professor Mojica.
Thank you.